hello to my sports betting family, and thank you for watching Who's Bettin'? Today is Saturday, the June 14th, and we're talking boxing today, alright? We got 8 fights coming, and I'm going to jump through my DraftKings Sportsbook today and tell you why I bet what I bet and who I bet on off the top. I'm going to go through the list. I'm going to do something I very seldom do, but I want to do every once in a while, and it's by request. Someone say, Angie, what did you bet on today? I want to know, for sure what you bet. So I'm going to open my sports book to you today, all right? And a lot of sports betting channels don't do that, and I'm going to do that. Well, some do, but they only do it to show you when they win big. They don't show you what they bet ahead of time, and then there are some that do. No shade. I know I be snapping at sports betting channels a lot, but that's because I got so much opposition, y'all. I'm a female in a male-dominated field, and most of them are older men, and they be in these dull monochrome tones, and they're not like me. I'm spicy, I jazz it up. I do victory dances and reaction videos and be singing and stuff, and they're totally different. They're more serious and boring, and a lot of them don't have no respect for me, and it bothers me, and I be snapping back when I probably shouldn't. But I'm ahead of the pack. I'm different. I'm a woman in a male-dominated field doing it a little differently and trying not to be as boring. But with that being said, I already went through my picket for you, and picket says that I bet $19.50 total today on 26 bets, and that my max win could be $25,066.90. On an interesting side note, I saw that 9 of 11 legs hit on my craziest Major League Baseball parlay yesterday. So for those of you who follow my Major League Baseball parlays, just know that I be hitting 9 of 11 legs sometimes. I'll be close, all right? And so out of the, it said 26 bets. Out of the 26 boxing bets, out of the 26 bets that I placed today, a couple of them are boxing underdogs mixed in with Major League Baseball games. I think I even have one boxing parlay that has the Indiana Pacers, which is until tomorrow in the parlay. So it's a little mix. Okay, now, so I'm going to do something I never do. And so many channels do it. I'm not trying to bite on them. I'm the original formula. Don't bite on them. Just want to throw that out there. I know I say that a lot in my today's best bet. I'll let y'all know I'm not like them. Don't expect me to be. But I'm going to do something that they do a lot. I'm going to do it. It's for 8 fights. I'm going to go down the 8 fights real quick and just tell them, okay? At 3 p.m. and I better hurry up because it's 12:30 here on the West Coast now. But at 3 o'clock today, we got Donair versus Andres Campos. All right. Donair is minus 260. He's the favorite. I bet on him. We got Maca versus Rafael Castillo. Maca's the favorite. I bet on him. But I got some talking to do about it. Nishant Dev is the favorite versus Josue Silva. I didn't bet on Silva in no parlays, even though he's plus 1,700. He's just didn't look good to me when I looked at his stats and I looked at his history. I like the plus. I don't think I did I? I don't think I bet on him at all in any parlay, not once. So we'll see, because I'm gonna go through it. We gonna see. Okay, so then we got that's at 3:45. That Nishant Dev versus Josue Silva. All right, we got Zaquin Moses versus Carl Rogers at 5:30 p.m. today. I went with Zaquin Moses. Carl Rogers got nice odds at plus 1,700, but I just didn't like his stats. All right, we got Pablo Valdez versus Cesar Diaz. All right, now Pablo Valdez is minus 400. Or is that 4,000? Let me see. Let me hit it real quick. Yeah, he's minus 4,000. Pablo Valdez is minus 4,000. He's the favorite. And then Cesar Diaz is the underdog at plus 1,400. I mixed in that plus 1,400 Diaz in a few parlays, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. He's one of those underdogs you might not want to sleep in on because he just might be coming to win tonight, all right? He's got some stats that make him say, as a sports bettor, he's worth 50 cents, $1, $2, all right? Because you can win big, especially mixing them in parlays. I got one parlay I'm going to show you. I think $1,000 pays 5 G's with him mixed in. So let me next At 6:30 p.m., we got Teremoana JNR. I don't know if that's Junior or JNR. Teremoana JNR minus 8,000 versus Aleem Whitfield plus 1,700. I mixed him in. I'll tell you why. Andrew Cruz versus Hironori Mishiro today at 7 p.m. Plus 850 is Mishiro. I always like to bet the underdog, but I didn't bet him very much, and I'll tell you why. But I did mix him in. It's always good to mix in a few. Richardson Hitchens minus 1,200 versus George Kambosos Jr. plus 700. I mixed George Kambosos, put that plus 700 in there. Even though the odds favored Hitchens, I did parlays on both. So let's walk through it real quick. I don't want to keep you long. Whose bettings are usually longer than today's best NBA bets, though, just in case you know you're new to the channel. All right, and I'm doing something a little different today. I'm going through, by request, I'm going through my actual bets, all right? So, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get with Aleem Whitfield. Just so you know, I bet $1 on him to pay $18, and he's at plus 1,700. The odds are so long, I said $1, I could win $18. It's almost 20. Why not? I did it, all right? That's one bet I want you to know about. Let's see. I got a 14 pick parlay in here. 50 cent pays $4.98. That's baseball. Let's go. All right, I got an 11 pick. Okay, that's baseball and basketball mix. 8 pick. Okay, here we go. I got an 8 pick parlay. 50 cent to pay $57. It uses Donair, Maca, Nishant Dev, Zaquin Moses, Pablo Valdez, Teremoana JNR, Mishiro, and Kambosos. 50 cent pays $57. All right, let's see. 50 cent pays $400. You might be interested in this one. This is an 8 pick. It has Campos, Castillo, Nishant Dev, Zaquin Moses, Cesar Diaz, Teremoana JNR, Andy Cruz, and Richardson Hitchens. 50 cent pays $400, all right? Now, you can always rewind this and write that down. I'm going to just go through it. I got an 8-pick parlay. 50 cent pays $184. It's got Hitchens, Cruz, Zaquin Moses, Nishant Dev, Donair, Cesar Diaz, Teremoana JNR, and Castillo. That could hit, y'all. I'm going to tell you why, all right? And then we got a 4-pick parlay. Here's one you really want to get with. Do you have $1? Do you have $1 and 4 legs? We got George Kambosos, and it's a long shot, but we got Mishiro, Aleem Whitfield, and Cesar Diaz. If you bet those 4 underdogs, $1 pays you 20 G's. Why not? I know they're long shots because they're underdogs, but what do you have to lose? Bet 4 people, 4 underdogs for $1, and you can win 20 G's. Why sleep on that? I look for value, all right? Because suppose all 4 underdogs hit. That's 20 G's, and all it cost you is $1. Hello? Anyway, hold on a minute. Just getting started, y'all. It gets crazier than that. I got my K2KC boxing cup. Did y'all get one? It keeps you from drinking too much coffee, and you can learn a lot about who to bet on. All right? But break them off if you hit. All right, I got an 8-pick parlay. $1 that pays $1 for $114. I don't know if y'all really think that's a good value, but I do. $1 can pay me $115. It's got Donair, Maca, Nishant Dev, Zaquin Moses, Pablo Valdez, Teremoana JNR, Hironori Mishiro, I know he's a long shot, and then George Kambosos, he's a long shot too. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can find another one that isn't as long in here. Because I have some long shots in here. All right, I ain't gonna tell you that one. All right, let's see. A 4-pick parlay for 50 cents. All right, a 4-pick parlay for 50 cents that pays $154. Andy Cruz, Richardson Hitchens, Castillo, and Aleem Whitfield. That 50 cents can pay you $154. All right. Here's a 25-cent one for 53. Mishiro, Hitchens, Donair, Castillo. Yeah, I probably don't care nothing about no two pick. I like to stack $2 or $3 at a time. I like to build my book or try to. Let's see. Here's a two pick. That's plus 7,500. It only cost me 75 cents, but I could win $57 if it hits. That's George Kambosos Jr. and Hironori Mishiro, 2 underdogs. But 75 cents could pay me $57. Why not? All right. Ooh, I got a 14 pick. I'm not going to go through that because it's got some fights that are future fights, like Edgar Berlanga and Alicia Baumgartner and that's too out there. So let's go back to the top. All right, let's scroll back. All right, I told y'all about the 8-pick parlay at $1 pays $1,100, right? Okay, so let me tell you why I bet on some of the ones I did. All right, so I had Teremoana JNR minus 8,000 versus Aleem Whitfield plus 1,700. That comes on 5 p.m. $1 pays at $18. Why not? Andy Cruz minus 1,800, or is that 180? It might be 1,800 versus Hironori Mishiro plus 850. Now I know Mishiro is the underdog, but he does have a little experience, and you just never know. And I like the plus 850 odds. That comes on at 6 p.m. tonight. And so $1 on this underdog pays you $10, $9.50. $5 on the underdog pays you $47.50. $10 is $95. 20 is $190. 50 is $425. If you really want to go out and put $100 on this underdog, it's $950. Or $1,000 to pay $9,500. Now, Aleem Whitfield. I'm gonna tell you why I bet on this underdog. He's undefeated. Okay, he's 7-0. His last bout was November 30th, 2024. I don't like that. That's a little ring rust. And he won by disqualification because his opponent was holding him excessively. He hasn't faced a real test yet. I did a little research on him. He hasn't really faced a real test yet, but with long odds at 1,700, he was worth a straight money line bet. All right, and I mixed him into a few of my parlays, as you heard. Okay, so but Teremoana JNR is probably going to win, but at that 1,700, and he won his last 7 bouts. I don't like that the last one was undefeated. I mean, that was by disqualification because of the holding, and he's got a little ring rust, but you just never know. And that 1,700 plus 1,700 is a good value, so mix him in. Now we got Pablo Valdez minus 400 versus Cesar Diaz plus 1,400. Here's another one that you might not want to sleep on, and this is why. Cesar Diaz plus 1,400. He may have ring rust. Okay, he's got a little ring rust, but he won his last 7 fights. But the downside is his ring rust. He hasn't fought in 8 years, so he's risky to bet on. But he's significantly younger than Valdez, so that's something that is for me that made me consider. I was like, I know he ain't fought in 8 years, but look at how much younger he is. He's like 8 years younger or something. Okay, so you got to. He might be getting ready to throw down, and they're both 7-0. BoxRec says Pablo Pretty Boy Valdez is 8-0, so I'm not sure if he's 7-0 or 8-0. But he's in his late 30s, and he might even be in his early 40s. Diaz at plus 1,400 wins on age, despite his ring rust. Valdez is older, but he has recent wins so he has the momentum, and he has recent ring experience. So Diaz is a high risk, high reward, but I love those kind of bets. So I'm taking a calculated risk on Diaz. I put him with that plus $1,400 in a few of my parlays, and I did a money line on him alone. I think I showed y'all that, all right? And so now I got Richardson Hitchens minus 1,200 versus George Kambosos Jr. That comes on at 7:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Kambosos, the underdog. Y'all know I like putting change purse bets on the underdog, and he's plus 700. And so I mixed him into some parlays, as you saw, and I did a straight money line on him. And here's some gems that I found in the prop section. George Kambosos, win by majority decision, which probably ain't going to happen. but it was plus 6,500, y'all. And so I just put 50 cents on it. 50 cents is going to pay me $33, okay? And $1 pays $66. I think I might have went back and put $1 on them too, because wow, $1 pays $66. It's probably not going to happen, but it's only $1. And if he did win by majority decision, I would kick myself in the butt for being too cheap to spend 50 cents or $1. So Kambosos to win by split decision was another gem I found. If he wins, if this underdog hits, it'll probably be by split decision, not majority. Okay, so it's less of a long shot than the last one, majority plus 6,500. This one's only plus 5,000, but $1 pays me $51. $5 pays me $255. If you really want to go out and bet $50, it'll pay you $2,550. Why not put $1 on it? Okay, 50 cents pays you $25.50. You got 50 cents. You can win $25 if Kambosos wins by split decision. All right. So that was 8 fights. Donair over I got Donair over Campos. That's the first fight that's coming on. I got Maca over Castillo. I got Nishant Dev over Silva. I got Zaquin Moses over what's his name? Rogers. I got Cesar. I can't read my writing. I got Cesar Diaz plus 1,400 over Valdez, but I mixed Valdez up because he's younger. Even though he's got ring rust, you just never know. I picked Cesar Diaz. I'm sorry, I just misspoke. I picked Cesar Diaz at plus 1,400, even though he's younger and has ring rust, because he's younger, and he has a little ring rust. But I also picked the favorite Valdez too, so I mixed it up. Number 6 fight on the car on the day. I got Teremoana JNR over Whitfield, but I mixed Whitfield in there because of his 7-0. Even though I'm not too crazy about the way he won his last fight and that he hadn't fought since November. Hitchens over Kambosos, but Kambosos just might pull it off. You never know. I doubt it, but $1 paid me $25. Why the hell not, right? So those are all the angles I have. I know I like betting on the boxing underdogs. Thank you for watching Who's Betting? I am. I placed 25 bets. I made all kind of parlays today, and I hope one of them hits. Good luck to you if you bet on anything that I bet on. And don't get used to me opening up my sports book to you. I will sometimes, though, and thank you for requesting that I do that. So I spent $25, and I could win, I think it said the most I could win today altogether was 25 G's. So $20 paid me 25 G's. Of a possible, you never know, so wish me luck. All right, and know if I hit, I'm gonna be a blessing. All right, thank you for watching Who's Betting? Please like, comment, subscribe, and share the video with a sports betting friend if you found it interesting or entertaining in any way. And remember, bet wise and never bet more than you can afford to lose. All right, see you in the next one, and good luck on all your boxing bets, Major League Baseball parlays, and everything that we did. All right, see ya.